In the past 24 hours, we've been flooded with updates about the new characters coming to Natlan, and there's so much to unpack. To make things easier for you, I've compiled all the latest information into one video, from release dates to elements, and even a few surprises. I'll break it all down so you can stay up to date and plan ahead. In this video, I'll take a different approach by starting with the closest character releases and working our way to the final ones at the end of Natlan. But if you're here for a specific character, timestamps are available, so feel free to jump to the section you're most excited about. Save up to 23% on Nouvelette and Zhongli banners at lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description. Let's start with 5.4, where we'll see two very different characters. First, we have Mizuki, a 5-star Anemo character who is confirmed to be added to the standard banner. This is a rare move from Hoyoverse, and honestly, it's about time we got a new addition to the standard roster. It's worth noting that Mizuki Iansan doesn't really resemble the prison girl concept many of us were expecting. Looking at her design and the silhouettes, I don't really see a clear match for her there either, which is honestly a bit disappointing. What do you think? I can't be the only one who's been waiting for the prison girl. There's some intriguing and slightly amusing info about the prison girl or goth girl that was once in development. According to the info from Genshin Leakflow, one of her old concept designs reportedly included a note suggesting adjustments to her appearance, specifically mentioning that her chest size should be increased. While it's a small detail, it adds to the mystique surrounding her. Sadly, her future remains unclear, and there haven't been any updates about her release or even confirmation that she's still being worked on. It's a bit disappointing for those who were excited about her potential. Joining her is Iansan, one of the most anticipated characters from the Natlan teaser years ago. She's expected to be an electro-polearm user, but her rarity is still unclear. The fact that Iansan represented Natlan so early on makes it fascinating that she's being released in 5.4 rather early in the region's patches. I'd love to hear your thoughts on why Hoyoverse might be pacing her release this way. Next, we have 5.5, introducing two new characters, Verisa and Ifa. In the last video, I was so caught up in the excitement around Skirk that I completely forgot to talk about Verisa, the cowgirl from the Silhouette lineup. Let's take a moment to dive into everything we know about her so far, because she seems to be quite the interesting addition to Natlan's roster. Verisa is expected to be a 5-star electro character, set to release in version 5.5. Her design, as seen in the silhouette, has a strong and bold aesthetic that immediately catches your attention. The cow-inspired features, like the horns and her overall stance, give her a unique vibe that sets her apart from other characters in Genshin Impact. It's not every day you see a character with such a distinct theme, and honestly, I'm intrigued by what her gameplay will bring. Meanwhile, Ifa, the 4-star character with his charming companion. The little dragon-like creature we saw in the game seems to be a central part of his kit. And it's clear Hoyoverse is putting a lot of effort into making him a unique 4-star addition. For 5.6, the lineup takes a curious turn. Dahlia, the deacon from Mondstadt's Church of Favonius, will join the roster as a 4-star character. While we don't know much about his kit yet, his connection to Rosaria makes me wonder if he'll have a support-oriented playstyle. It's been a long time since we've had a new Mondstadt character, so seeing Dahlia on the horizon is a breath of fresh air. Mondstadt fans, it's finally our turn again. If Dahlia really does release in version 5.6, there's a good chance that Update could feature a Mondstadt-themed main event. Could it be the long-rumored Dragonspine event that Fowl was hinting at a while back? Or perhaps Dahlia might play a role in a 5.5 event, with his release coming in 5.6. Either way, I'm genuinely excited to see how this unfolds. Mondstadt deserves some love, and Dahlia's introduction feels like a step in the right direction. What do you all think? Could this be the big Mondstadt moment we've been waiting for? What really caught my attention is the Fontaine chef, a 5-star character set to debut in the same patch. How did I not notice this sooner? The Fontaine chef actually does look like a chef. Just take a closer look at her silhouette. She's got a knife and what seems to be a French-style chef's hat. It's such a fun and unique design that really captures the elegance and flair you'd expect from Fontaine. Now that I see it, I'm even more curious about her role in the game. Looks like Xiangling finally has some competition in the kitchen. Now, the star of this video, Skirk, we now have confirmation that she's coming in 5.7 as a 5-star cryo character. Let me clarify something I got wrong in the last video about Skirk. I mentioned that she sees Neuvillette as her equal, but that's not exactly true. What she actually said was, "Because you managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal, you can speak to me as an equal." There's a big difference there. It's more like she's acknowledging his accomplishment rather than genuinely considering him on her level. And let's not overlook the part where she said Neuvillette defeated the narwhal without using power from beyond this world. That's a huge detail. If she specifically mentions power from beyond this world, it raises a lot of questions. Could this mean Skirk herself wields such power? Is it something outside of Teyvat's known elemental system? If that's the case, it could make her the most mysterious and possibly the most powerful character we've ever seen. Here's something important to keep in mind. Version 5.7 is expected to feature Mavuika's Rerun. So if you're planning to skip her now with the thought of pulling her later, you might want to think twice. By the time her rerun arrives, we'll likely be gearing up for the end of Natlan and moving closer to Snezhnaya, with more exciting banners vying for your primo gems. Plus, Mavuika's kit already seems to be incredibly versatile and powerful, especially if you're building teams around pyro reactions. Skipping her now and waiting for her rerun could leave you in a tough spot, especially if there are other high-priority characters releasing around that time. If she's on your wish list, you might want to lock her in sooner rather than later. It's important to acknowledge the sources behind all the information shared in this video. The details about the upcoming characters, their release dates, and other specifics come from reliable insiders like Flying Flame, Full Stop Chan, and HXG Diluc. These sources have consistently provided accurate leaks in the past, making them trustworthy voices within the community. However, as always with leaks and early information, everything is subject to change until officially confirmed by Hoyoverse. I'll keep you updated on any new developments, but for now, a huge thanks to these sources for giving us so much to speculate about and discuss. With these updates, the Natlan roster is going to be incredibly diverse and dynamic. From standard banner additions like Mizuki to long-awaited characters like Skirk, there's something for everyone. However, one detail stands out. Only 4-star male character Ifa and Dahlia is in this updated lineup. This aligns with the earlier leaks from DK2, who mentioned there would be no new 5-star male characters in the remaining Natlan patches. This past day has been packed with exciting reveals, and I couldn't be more hyped for what's to come in Natlan, but I want to hear from you. Which character are you most excited for? Do you think Skirk's release timing is a clever move by Hoyoverse, or do you feel there are too many female characters this time around? Let's discuss in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more Genshin updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video!